Hello, you guys. Welcome back to Divine Light with Sunshine. I'm Sunshine. Welcome back. So today we are going to do a reading, which is going to be, what's the question? What do you need to know about your current situation? So whatever situation you're thinking about that led you here, what is something that is going to help you get to the next stage in that situation? For those of you who don't know, that it does take around 24 to 48 hours for the timestamps to be linked below, but I do have in the description box the order I'm going to be reading the signs for today, as well as if you'd like to book a private reading, the link is also below. So we are going to get started. Okay, so for the first sign, which is going to be Aries. So what does Aries need to know regarding the current situation that has led them here? What does Aries need to know? Okay, so Aries, we have card number 7 and we have card number 16, which actually adds up to 7. So you got double 7s with you. So there is a little bit of some luck that is on your side, okay? So the card is Seek the Truth and Rebuild. So there is a major arcana card. So there is definitely a big shift and a big change. Now, what I love about the Rebuild card is, as you can see here, in her chest, she has like this big, beautiful light that's inside. And I feel like that's where the truth is. When you look here at the Seek the Truth card, as you can see, this person is opening what it looks like as if it's a drapes, and there's this beautiful light that's beaming out, and it's their subconscious. So whatever it is that has led you here, there is, in order for you to get to the next stage and the next level, is actually about you tapping in and going in deeper, okay? So for you to find the truth that you need, you just have to take some time to go inner. Now, there's something inside of you where maybe you haven't been trusting your intuition, or you haven't been trusting the guides that have been, or the signs that have been around you. And the universe is saying for you to trust that, because in order for you to find the truth that you're looking for, you have to go in and you have to dig a little bit deeper. If you look at both of the cards, like I was showing you before, there is this beautiful light that is beaming inside of you. You have some sort of gift. You have something that needs to come out and it needs to shine, but you first need to reveal it within yourself. Now, this isn't something that's going to be necessarily easy at first, but you're going to get accustomed to it. Now, I do feel like the universe is going to come in very strong with it. If you see here, there's a lightning that's coming through here, okay? So I feel like the universe is going to wait until you have time to do it, but then at a certain point when you're taking too long, the universe will make something happen to step in for you to dig in deeper, because the answers that you're seeking is inside. There's something intellectual that is going to be revealed to you that's going to help you on this situation to move to the next level. Okay, if you'd like to book a private reading, the link is below. We're going to move on to the next sign. So the next sign that we're going to do today is Scorpio. So what does Scorpio need to know regarding this current situation? What is the message that Scorpio needs to know regarding the current situation that led them here? Okay, so Scorpio, we have here the healing card, okay, which is card number 17, adding up to 8. So this is a major arcana card. So this is definitely something that isn't just going to come and pass and go. It is something that is going to feel maybe a little intense at first, but you're going to feel very healed after you break away. If you look here on the card, there's chains at the bottom here that this individual has broken free from. There's something that was holding you back from going to the next stage, going to the next level in regards to the situation, and you're healing from this and you're breaking away. You're going to feel such a huge shift and a change. You're going to feel lighter. You're going to feel better. This person surrendered. They allowed themselves to be open to this healing, and that's where the growth happens, and that's where they're able to get to that next stage. Okay, so I'm wishing you so much love and light on this journey, because when you're going through a healing process, it can be a little intense. You got to go through feelings. You got to go through whatever it is. But what the beautiful thing is I feel like you're finding your light again. If you look here at the bottom of his feet is this beautiful light that's beaming. And then in the middle of his chest, that same similar light is in his middle of his chest as well. So I feel like you're unlocking something with inside of yourself that is almost like a beautiful gift, or just remembering who you are, and something that you naturally have within you is going to be sparking and is going to be showing its light. Okay, you're no longer going to be acting small or hiding away from this thing. Whatever this thing was, it's going to be revealing itself to you. So this is a beautiful process that you're going through, and I love that for you. If you'd like to book a private reading, the link is below. We're going to move on to the next sign. So we have here the next sign is Leo. So what does Leo need to know regarding this situation? What has led Leo to this reading? Okay, so Leo, you have here two cards coming out. We have here throat chakra. So there's been something where you feel as if you haven't been able to speak up, or there was something that has made you feel as if you can't speak. Maybe in your history in the past, people have shunned you or told you you can't say anything. There was something that is blocking your chakra. There's something that's blocking you from speaking up and really saying your truth. And because of this, you've been feeling a lot of sadness and isolated and alone, because when you hold back from really speaking your truth and saying things, it can be a very lonely road to be on. And I feel like the universe is saying that it's time for you to speak up, to change this current situation. It's time for you to basically strengthening the muscle of communication with you. Okay, finding ways to heal whatever it was that told you that you couldn't speak up, or you had nothing to say, or whatever that story was. It's time for you to shed that, because it's time for you to get out of this feeling isolated and alone. Okay, with the card number 3, for me, 3 is all about equilibrium, that mind, body, and soul, finding a way to balance it. There's something that's out of balance in your life and it's keeping you stuck. So for you to move on to the next chapter, there has to be some healing that takes place. Now, with the throat chakra, there's many things that you can do to actually heal this. You can sing, you can write, you can record yourself, just finding different ways to use your mouth, use your words, and really strengthening that, because you'll see there is a lot of power in that. And when you get more accustomed to allowing yourself to speak up, you're going to feel more confident, and you're going to feel like, why did I ever not shine my light? Why didn't I ever just speak up in the past? You're going to feel like, you know what? I should have spoke up a long time ago. Okay? So we're going to move on to the next sign. If you'd like to book a private reading, the link is below. We are going to move on to the Gemini. So let's see what has led Geminis to this reading. What is it that they need to know in regards to their current situation? What has led Geminis here? Okay, so we have here giving and receiving, card of 6. You know, it's reminding me about that balance. So in your life, you're probably feeling as if there isn't an evenness that's happening in your life. There's parts where maybe you're giving too much and you're not receiving enough. And I feel like this card is telling you that to have this shift in your current situation, there needs to be more balance that comes into your life, finding different ways. Now, when it comes to this, if you're the type of person where you're on the giving end, sometimes it's a little hard to sit back and receive, but you have to find a way where it's within the means, where you're not over giving, you know, finding different ways of like, okay, if every time I go to the store and I buy, say example, my brother a chocolate, you know, maybe the 4th time you went to the store, don't buy them a chocolate, you know, like find a balance within it. You don't have to do it every single time. It's beautiful that you love to give, and that's an amazing quality to have, but you have to also allow yourself to receive things. Okay, and if you do find it difficult to receive, find out what is it that makes you feel like you can't receive. I know for some people, some clients I've worked with, they have said that they don't like receiving because they feel as if a person's going to want something out of it. Yes, determine who is giving you something. You don't always have to take everything, but I feel like the universe is wanting to give you something. It's time for you to have more balance in your life. If you're a giver, it's time for you to also receive, okay? Because it's about receiving everything: abundance, joy, happiness, all things good, okay? So we're going to leave it at that. You like to book a private reading, the link is below. So we're going to move on to the next sign, and that is Virgos. So what does Virgos need to know regarding their current situation? What has led Virgos here? I felt like the whole deck wanted to come out. But it was just one card. Ooh, wait. Okay, so this is card number 1. So this is pretty much like the manifestation card. I love those beautiful colors. Oh my God. Virgo, this is all about you understanding that you have the gifts and you have the talents to create something beautiful, something magical. Look at all those beautiful colors that is coming out just by that person using their breath to blow above those pipes. I don't know if that's an actual instrument, so don't quote me on that, but I feel like this card is reminding you that you have something that's very passionate, something that brings happiness to other people, something that brings joy, something that only you have this gifted talent to do it in that way. Now, say example, you're an artist. Yes, there's many artists, but no one has the same touch and the same insights as you do. Okay, so understand that whatever gift or talent, this beautiful magical energy that you have is something that you want to let out. The more that you embrace this, the more happy you're going to be feeling, because you're being your authentic self and you're just doing something that comes naturally to you, something that you love to do. And remember, you create magic. This is remind me of the card that talks about you are magic. You are magical. Okay. So to help you with this current situation, I feel like the response is pretty much just being naturally you, allowing your gift to flow, allowing it to just go with wherever the wind takes you. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next sign. If you'd like to book a private reading, link is below. So let's see, the next sign is Pisces. So what does Pisces need to know in regards to this current situation? What has led Pisces here? Oh, I love that. Okay, well, Pisces, of course, you guys got 3 cards. So we got here, the first card coming out is joy and stability. Ooh, I love the yellow that's coming through here. So Pisces, with the joy and stability, you may have been feeling like things have been more chaotic in your life. Like it's just like go-go mode, or maybe you've been working a lot, or there's just seems to be a heavy energy that's coming through, that's happening in your life currently. And I feel like this card is reminding you to find more ways where you can bring joy. Because if you can bring joy, that means that you can bring more balance into your life and you're going to feel a lot more stable. Now, there's something that you're moving on from. Like I said, I felt there's some sort of heavy feeling. There's something that you're walking away from. This could be a person, place, idea, thought, but whatever this thing is, you put in a lot of time, effort into it. And it's not always easy, because once you get to the 8 of Cups, that's 8 cups, okay? That is a lot of energy that you put towards this thing. It wasn't something easy for you to just walk away from. But the good thing about it is you realize that this path that you're heading on isn't going to be serving you anymore. So you had the strength to move on. And because you did that, that's how you get the success. It says success and growth. Okay. Card number 8. So funny enough, you have here 488. Okay. So I feel like the universe is rewarding you, for listening, rewarding you for putting in the effort, rewarding you for putting in the time. Okay. This journey that you've been on has been a journey. Okay. And it's time for you to receive the rewards for your efforts and for the things that you've been doing and putting in place. You followed your intuition, you followed your gut, and the universe is like, okay, it's time to get the rewards and the abundance for that. We're going to leave that at that. If you'd like to book a private reading, link is below. We're going to move on to the next sign, which is Aquarius. So let's see, what has brought Aquarius to this reading? So what is it that Aquarius needs to know in regards to the current situation? What is it that they need to know? Ooh. Okay, so we got here 3 cards as well. So we have here 16, 5, and 2, the rebuild, challenging times, and finding balance. So there is something that is going to happen that is going to be a major shift, and you're unlocking something within you. Okay, there is something that is going to spark a change, something that's wanting to beam outside of you. You've probably been feeling like a pull. You've probably been feeling like where you're at currently isn't the place where you need to be, that you're meant for more, you're meant to do more. Now this shift and this change is going to feel a little challenging at first. Now the gift I find for the number 5 is, even though there is a challenge behind this, there's also a beautiful change where you will feel so much better and you'll feel so much lighter. This person's feeling like they had to have the guard up, like as if they're ready for war, you know, with their shield. But it's okay, because what happens is you're going to find more balance in your life. You're going to feel so much better when you let go and you just blossom. I feel as if there's something, I'm just seeing a visualization of something just breaking away, like almost if a box kind of explodes and this beautiful light just beams out. And I really feel like it's the light within you when you look here in the middle of her chest. Okay, now be very kind and patient with yourself on this journey. This shift and this change is almost like you're going through a new identity, really remembering who you are. So understand that this is not necessarily an easy thing to always go through. So give yourself time, grace, and also patience when you're going through this process. But at the end of it, you finding that balance and you feeling better, oh, it's so worth it, honey. It is so worth it. So if you'd like to book a private reading, link is below. We're going to move on to the next sign, which is Cancers. Hello, hello. Okay, so for Cancers, what do they need to know about this current situation that has led them here? What does Cancers need to know? What has led them here? So Cancers, I feel like maybe you have been feeling a little stuck, feeling as if you've been making some sort of prayers and not really hearing a response back. There's almost like there's been some sort of silence, almost feeling like you pick up the phone and you're just hearing a dial tone. It's like no one else is receiving. There is something that is blocking you from receiving your own intuitive guides, okay? Tell me what Cancer needs to know currently to help them in their situation. So we have here the moving on card. Okay, so there's some sort of resistance that you're having because you've put in a lot of time and a lot of effort towards this thing. And it's almost like, I don't want to give up. I've already put so much sweat and tears, money, time, all this thing, all this energy into the situation. And now you're saying I have to move on? What the? But listen. The good news is when you move on, you're going to feel a lot lighter and a lot better. We have here the next card coming out is change your focus. Don't look at it in a situation of this is what I'm losing. Look at it more of this is what I'm gaining. In a situation when you have to move on and there's something that you've put in so much time and effort into, look at it in a situation of, you know what, I may have spent, say, 5 years working on this. Do you want to spend another 5 years going in the wrong direction for whatever this is? No. So if you shift your perspective and change it to, you know what, even though I put so much time and energy into this, I'm so glad that I've gotten the clarity now in order for me to move forward, okay? In order for me to change my direction. Because when you do that, you're going to be able to see things a lot more clearly. There's a lot of daydreams that happen. There's a lot of decisions that you have to make. There's a lot of things that are before you. Now, what's going to really help you in this process is if you could tap more into your heart chakra. Your heart chakra is blocked currently in regards to you receiving the abundance from this situation. So if you can find more ways to strengthen that ability, change the stories, change the things that have hurt you, whatever it is that's blocking your heart chakra, it's going to help open up an avenue for you to receive and for you to heal, okay? If you'd like a book of private reading, link is below. We're going to leave that one at that and move on to the next sign. So let's see. We have here Libra. So what is it that Libra needs to know? What has brought Libra to this reading, to this current situation? What does Libra need to know? Okay, so we have here challenging times, heal, and sadness and isolation. So you've been feeling like you've been going through it. You've been feeling like things haven't been working out, and you've been looking for truth. You've been trying to seek some truth, some answers. You've been trying to figure out things more. And then when you tap into your inner guides, when you go inside, okay, is when you're going to find the answers. There's some sort of intuitive answers inside of you that's going to help you heal and it's going to help you change. Now, this situation that you're going through is a major shift inside your life, okay? This is not something that is just like, if it was the page, it would be like more like easy breezy. But because it's a major arcana card, it is something that you've been having some energy of feeling like you have to be on guard. You have to, have your defenses up. And you haven't been feeling as if you've been seen. You've been feeling like it's almost like you're alone on this. Like the path has been very isolated. I want to get a little bit more. What's going to help them move past this challenging situation and help them heal? Help them stop feeling sadness, isolated, and alone? What's going to help them find their truth? Yeah, see, I'm telling you, there's this feeling alone. Literally, the feeling alone card came out. What's going to help them? Finding more balance and healing. We have here the move card. You see the way that the hands are kind of like tied together with this scarf? I feel like you're having a disconnect with your divine masculine, your divine feminine energy, with the receiving and the giving, the action and the sitting back. There's some sort of disconnect that you're feeling in regards to this. There needs to be some healing. You have also here the heart chakra coming out and the confront card. So there's something from your past. You see here, I just want to make sure I'm showing you right. So you see here the little boy. This is the adult looking at the inner child, looking at the younger version of them. That's where the healing happens. When you heal, what is it that your inner child wants? The younger version of you, the one that got hurt, the one that's sad, the one that's feeling this pain. Because when you're an adult, it's really the younger version of you that's still remembering all the things that happened to you. When you can give that inner child the things that you did not receive, you're going to heal your heart. And then that's when you're going to be able to move on from this feeling alone, from feeling this sadness and isolation. You're going to get out of this challenging time. You're going to heal. And then that's when you're going to see the answers and the truth to what it is that you've been seeking. Okay? So if you'd like to book a private reading, the link is below. Let's move on to the next sign, which is Sagittarius. So let's see. What does Sagittarius need to know about this current situation? I did see the nurturing card, so there's something that you're going to be birthing. There's something new that's going to be coming into your life. We have here coming together. So if you've been thinking about a relationship, if you've been thinking about a partner, there is going to be this energy of you guys coming together. There's going to be a strengthening of this bond. Now, this relationship, it doesn't necessarily have to be, your partner. This could be, I'm feeling some sort of sense of like a parent and a kid, a parent and a child energy, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. It is a collective reading, but there is something that's coming together in regards to a bond with someone that you know of. Okay, there was something that you were refusing to see in regards to this journey. There's something that you have to move on when it comes to this. Now, if it is related to the whole parent thing, like I was saying before, maybe it was just the fact of maybe that parent didn't live up to what your hopes and dreams were. Maybe that parent isn't the type of person that you wish that you had. Like other people, have such a great bond with their mom or their dad, and it's something that maybe you necessarily don't have, but you want to have that with your kids or have that in the relationship that you want. And I feel like when you heal from that thing that happened in the past, that's when this love comes in. We have here the Lovers card. You're going to feel more joy. You're going to feel more love. You're going to feel more grace. Whether you're single or you're in a connection, there's going to be this beautiful bond that's going to happen for you. And you're going to move out of this challenging time, out of this situation. You're definitely going to have something come together in regards to you and another person. If it isn't with you and another person, then it's going to be a bond coming together with you feeling that love and feeling that energy and that grace within yourself, okay? If you'd like to book a private reading, link is below. We're going to move on to the next sign, which is Taurus. So let's see. What is it that Taurus needs to hear? What has brought Taurus to this reading? What's going to help Taurus with their current situation? Hello, everyone. So we have here opportunity beckons. So you feel as if there might have been a missed opportunity, like something that you wanted didn't happen, that you wanted things to plan out and it's happen in a certain way and it just didn't. You're feeling as if there is some sort of loss. Now the universe is saying for you to detach from this situation. Now, as much as we may not like to hear this all the time, but what is meant for you can never be gone. You know, what is meant for you will always come. It may not come in the timing that we want it to come, but it will come if it is what's meant for you. So there's a part of you that needs to detach from something that's feeling like a loss. Think about it. If you were to spill a glass on the floor of milk, would you be sad about that milk that spilled on the floor? Yes, but there's nothing you can do about it. It already spilled. All you have to do is wipe it up and then move on. Now, I know that's easier said than done than you spilling something on the floor, but it's still the same concept of you detaching from this, because the longer that you stay in the energy of, I had this missed opportunity, the longer that you're going to stay away from bringing in your abundance. When you can let go and be like, you know what, that didn't work out the way that I wanted it to, it's okay. Because it just shows me that what I do want is making its way to me, and I'm so much closer than I was before. And when you can move out of that lower energy and shift that perspective, that's when you'll see that the abundance is going to come in. The next card you have here is Take the Lead. And I really do feel like it's time for you to take the lead in regards to your life, in regards to this situation, to shift the focus, to have the strength to see that what is meant for you is making its way to you. This thing that you feel like was a loss isn't. And the next card we have here, I love this, is the Trust card, okay? The universe is asking you to have trust. Now, the thing about trust and faith is you believing in the thing that is unseen. But if you don't focus on that, then will you ever allow yourself to receive what you're meant to? Okay, finding different ways to change your perspective, trusting in the divine, knowing that what is meant for you is making its way to you. You'll see the more that you can embody that energy, the faster that you're going to bring in whatever it is that you want in this current situation to happen. If you'd like to book a private reading, link is below. We're going to move on to the next sign, which is Capricorn. So let's see. What has brought Capricorn to this situation, or sorry, what has brought Capricorn to this reading for their current situation? There we go. What's going on with Cappy Caps? Tell me what they need to know. The Seeking the Truth card was trying to jump out. So you're looking for answers for something. Okay, so we have here solar plex and a card that I cannot reach. So you do have to do some healing with inside. We have here Take the Lead, and we also have here the Detach card and dreams coming true. Okay, so I feel as if there might be something that you are resisting. Now, with the two first cards coming out as 33, I really do feel like there is balance that needs to come into your life more. Okay, with it being three for me is all about the equilibrium, about your mind, body, and soul, finding a balance for all three. When you think about a scale, if one thing is heavier than the other or lighter than the other, then things are out of balance. And I feel like when you can bring more balance into your life, you're going to see things are going to be a lot better. Now, with this Take the Lead card, I'm very drawn to the fact that this hand is pushing up what looks like I don't know, like a fireball. And that would take a lot of strength and a lot of courage to be able to hold that and push it up. And I feel like the universe is asking you to push through, to allow yourself to take the lead. Now, there's something very interesting about the cards that came out here, because you have here the hand showing for the birds to, release, for it to fly away. Now, in order for you to allow that bird to fly away, you had to give up. You had to surrender, surrender to the ideas, surrender to the situation, detach from it to allow the bird to be free. And I feel like you're that bird. It's time for you to let go and allow yourself to be free. If you're meant to be leading, lead. That's what you're meant to be doing. You'll know better in regards to your situation, what it is that you have to take action towards. But the moment that you do that, that's when your dreams come in. That's when the things come true. And I feel like the universe is helping you bring in your blessings faster, the more that you follow your gut and detach from the situation. Now, with the next card coming out, the Just Breathe card. Whenever you're feeling stuck and you're feeling as if you don't know how to move on to this next stage, this next direction, you don't know what to do, tap into your inner guides. Everyone has their own higher subconscious mind, okay? Find ways where you can just be still and just breathe in and breathe out. There's a lot of power with breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth. I feel like the universe wants you to be still and connect with yourself. If you look here in the picture, she's connecting with her higher self. She's finding her way back to her higher self. And I feel like when you do that, that's what's going to give you the ability to trust that you can lead, to trust that you can let go of whatever this thing is. Because as soon as you do that, that's when their dreams come true. You allow yourself to be abundant. I don't know why I'm drawn to the fact of the hands so much in these cards. I don't know if you do something with your hands or your hands are your gift, but there's something very important about hands. I'm not sure exactly what that's about. Maybe you can tell me in the comments, but I really do feel like there's just this beautiful surrendering of you just letting go and trusting that the universe is going to lead you in a direction that's going to lead you to your dreams, because they want your dreams to come true. They really do want, like when you look at how she has her hands open, she's kind of sad, and then when your dreams come true, you have your hands open. The universe is surrounding you and you have all this abundance. So there's great things ahead for you, but there is still some action that you have to take in order for you to lead. So breathe in, tap into your energy, and allow things to flow. You got this. If you'd like to book a private reading, link is below. Thank you so much for everyone that came and showed up. Hello, hello, hello. And I'll talk to you guys next time.